Next idiom is the C-suite executives attended the strategy meeting. While seemingly straightforward, this phrase highlights the critical presence of a company's most influential decision makers. It signifies that the highest-ranking corporate officers, those with chief in their titles like CEO or CFO, were deeply involved in shaping the future. The term C-suite itself evolved in late 20th century American business to specifically designate this elite group, emphasizing their pivotal role in strategic leadership. Let's see this phrase in action with a couple of examples. Our first example is, for the new product launch, we need the C-suite executives to sign off on the final budget before proceeding. Here, the C-suite's approval isn't just a formality, it underscores their ultimate authority over crucial financial decisions. Our second example is, when the crisis hit, the C-suite executives immediately convened an emergency strategy meeting to address the situation. This sentence effectively conveys the urgency and high-level response required during a critical incident, showing that strategic leadership is directly responsible for guiding the company through challenges. Both examples illustrate the weight and influence associated with this top tier of corporate leadership.
While the C-suite executives precisely refers to those with chief titles, you might encounter similar phrases. Top management is a broader term, encompassing all high-level managers, not exclusively chief roles. Senior leadership is another excellent alternative, often used interchangeably with top management, emphasizing experience and strategic oversight. C-suite is very specific, implying direct, ultimate decision-making power. These alternatives offer slightly wider scope, depending on whether you need to specify the exact chief officer level or a broader group of influential leaders. To recap, the C-suite executives attended the strategy meeting clearly communicates that the highest-level decision-makers, the chief officers, were present for vital strategic discussions. This term, C-suite, arose in modern business to categorize and emphasize this crucial leadership tier. Knowing this helps you understand the gravity of decisions and discussions when these key individuals are involved. So, the next time you hear about the C-suite, you'll know exactly who is at the helm steering the company's direction. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is effective change management is key during restructuring. This means successfully guiding an organization through major shifts like mergers or downsizing is crucial for overall success. This 20th century business concept highlights proactive leadership during transitions is vital for adaptation and growth. Let's see this in practice. Our first example highlights guiding employees through corporate upheaval. Our second shows that without clear communication, restructuring efforts will fail. These emphasize proactive leadership is essential for successful adaptation during major changes.
Similar, smooth transitions are vital. Agile leadership is crucial. Our idiom is more specific, stressing active management during restructuring. It emphasizes a structured process for organizational upheaval, highlighting practical execution for specific changes. To recap, effective change management is key during restructuring means organized guidance during major shifts is crucial. This modern principle stresses proactive, structured leadership for adaptation. Use it to emphasize careful planning and implementation during significant organizational changes. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, we need to close the books by the end of the month. This phrase means to finalize all financial records and accounts for a specific period, completing all necessary transactions and preparing statements. It originates from accounting practices, specifically in the 16th century European commerce. Historically, closing the books involved literally ruling off ledger entries to signify the end of a fiscal period. This process ensures accuracy and provides a clear financial snapshot, a crucial task for businesses everywhere. Let's look at how this idiom is used in context. For our first example, the accounting department must close the books on the third quarter by next Friday to prepare for the audit. Here, it clearly refers to the formal, definitive end of a financial reporting period, ensuring all transactions are recorded and finalized before the auditing process begins. Moving to our second example, before we can approve the budget for the new project, we first need to close the books on last year's expenses. This sentence uses the idiom similarly, emphasizing the need to finalize previous financial matters completely before moving on to new ones. In both cases, closing the books implies a definitive completion and reconciliation of financial accounts.
Other phrases convey a similar meaning, though with slight nuances. Settle the accounts suggests resolving all outstanding financial obligations or disputes, often implying payment or reconciliation. While close the books is about formal record finalization, settle the accounts focuses more on the actual payment aspect. Another similar phrase is finalize the ledger, which is very close to our idiom, specifically referring to the act of completing and verifying the main financial record book. Use close the books for the comprehensive end-of-period financial finalization. To recap, we need to close the books by the end of the month means to complete and finalize all financial records for a specific period. Rooted in traditional accounting practices, it signifies the official end of a financial cycle. Remember this idiom when you need to clearly state the necessity of bringing financial transactions to a definitive, formal conclusion. It's a precise way to communicate a crucial task in business and financial management, ensuring everything is accounted for before moving forward. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is she came to terms with her new responsibilities. It means to accept and reconcile oneself to a difficult situation or fact. From 17th century legal English, referencing contractual terms, its meaning evolved to personal acceptance of challenging circumstances. It's about finding peace with what is. Let's see it in action. First, after months of denial, he finally came to terms with his diagnosis and started therapy. This shows accepting a difficult health reality. Second, it took a while, but the team came to terms with the budget cuts. Both demonstrate a crucial shift from resistance to understanding, facing reality to move forward.
Similar phrases exist. Accept the inevitable implies resignation to a fixed outcome. Reconcile oneself to suggests making peace after struggle. Come to terms with emphasizes active mental adjustment, focusing on understanding and moving past resistance. Use it to highlight an active shift towards accepting a new reality or responsibility. To recap, she came to terms with her new responsibilities. Means to accept and adapt to a challenging situation. Originating from legal terms for agreement, it now signifies personal acceptance. This implies moving from denial to understanding and readiness. When someone accepts a difficult truth or new role, this idiom perfectly describes acknowledging and moving forward. Practice using it. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is customer service is our core competency. This phrase highlights a company's primary strength, delivering excellent customer service. It means this is what they do best, setting them apart. The term core competency was popularized in the 1990s management theory by Prahalad and Hamel, defining unique capabilities driving competitive advantage. Consider a tech company saying, "Our software is innovative, but customer service is our core competency." They prioritize user support as their defining strength. Another example, management believes customer service is our core competency. Even with competitive pricing, this shows superior customer interaction defines their value, a key differentiator.
For similar ideas, consider our specialty is customer satisfaction, or we excel at client support. While similar, core competency implies a deeper strategic strength. It's not just doing something well, but having it as a fundamental, hard-to-replicate capability central to the business's identity and competitive edge. In summary, customer service is our core competency declares excellent service as a company's fundamental strength and differentiator. Rooted in modern business strategy, it signifies deep commitment to customer well-being and interaction as a unique advantage. When you encounter a business living this statement, you recognize their core identity and dedication to clients. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is a cross-functional team was formed for the project. This phrase describes a crucial concept in modern workplaces. A cross-functional team brings together individuals from different departments, like marketing, engineering, and finance, to collaborate on a specific goal. The idea of forming such teams gained prominence in business management during the mid-20th century. As projects became more complex and required a broader range of expertise, organizations recognized the value of integrating diverse perspectives to achieve better outcomes. It's about breaking down silos and fostering holistic problem-solving. Let's look at how we use this phrase in context. Our first example is, to launch the new product successfully, a cross-functional team comprising sales, R&D, and production was assembled. Here, you see how specific departments, sales, R&D, and production, are brought together for a clear objective, a successful product launch. This highlights the practical application of diverse expertise. Our second example is, the leadership realized that only a truly cross-functional team could tackle the complex logistical challenges of the global expansion. This demonstrates that for highly complex problems, a cross-functional approach isn't just an option, but often a necessity, emphasizing the collective strength needed to overcome significant hurdles. Both examples show the collaborative nature and strategic importance of such teams.
While a cross-functional team was formed for the project clearly defines its purpose, let's explore some similar expressions. An interdisciplinary team is very close, often used in academic or research contexts, referring to experts from different disciplines. A multidisciplinary team is another option, meaning multiple disciplines are involved, but perhaps working in parallel rather than fully integrated. A task force, on the other hand, typically implies a temporary team formed to address an urgent, specific problem with a shorter lifespan. While all involve diverse expertise, cross-functional emphasizes integration and shared responsibility for a common business objective. To sum up, a cross-functional team was formed for the project describes bringing together people from various departments with different skills to achieve a shared goal. This concept emerged from the increasing complexity of modern projects, highlighting the power of diverse perspectives. Remember, it's about breaking down departmental silos and fostering comprehensive collaboration. When you hear or use this phrase, think of synergy and collective intelligence at work. Understanding this term will help you navigate and contribute effectively to modern organizational structures. Keep practicing, and you'll master its use in no time. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is, the final report is the main deliverable of this project. This phrase states the most crucial tangible output from a project is its concluding report. The term deliverable emerged in project management mid-20th century, combining deliver with the suffix able. It became central in business and IT, denoting specific outputs for clients. Let's see main deliverable in context. For the client, the software update itself is the main deliverable, not just the code. This highlights the tangible, working product as the key outcome. In our marketing campaign, increased brand awareness is the main deliverable we are tracking. This shows an intangible, crucial result. Both clarify the core success metric.
The primary outcome and the key output are similar. Main deliverable emphasizes items to be delivered to stakeholders. Primary outcome focuses on the overall result, while key output highlights a significant product. Use deliverable for client-focused items. Outcome or output are general alternatives depending on context. To sum up, the final report is the main deliverable of this project. Means the final report is the core, essential result expected. Rooted in mid-20th century project management, deliverable defines what tangible or intangible products are crucial. Remember to use deliverable for important client-facing results, making project goals clear and actionable. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is new employees often feel like they're drinking from a fire hose. It means being overwhelmed by a massive, continuous influx of information or tasks, impossible to process. Imagine drinking from a fire hose. The volume is unmanageable. This phrase emerged mid-20th century, capturing being deluged. Let's see this idiom in action. First, during her first week, Sarah felt like she was drinking from a fire hose with all the new software and company policies. Sarah is clearly facing overwhelming new information. Second, the project manager admitted the team was drinking from a fire hose, trying to meet unrealistic deadlines with insufficient resources. This shows the idiom for too many tasks and pressures. Both illustrate being unable to keep up with sheer volume of input.
To be swamped means overwhelmed by work. To be deluged with information highlights excessive data. Drinking from a fire hose is more vivid, emphasizing rapid, continuous, overwhelming input, conveying intense pressure and volume. In summary, drinking from a fire hose vividly captures feeling overwhelmed by unmanageable information or tasks. Originating mid-20th century, it emphasizes sheer volume and intensity. Remember this powerful image for extreme overload or relentless demands. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is large factories benefit from economies of scale. This expression refers to the economic principle where increasing the scale of production leads to lower average cost per unit. Essentially, the bigger the operation, the more cost-efficient it can become. This concept became prominent during the late 19th century's Industrial Revolution, heavily discussed by economists like Alfred Marshall. It explains why large manufacturers can often offer products at lower prices than smaller ones. Let's explore how this principle works with a couple of examples. First, consider a major car manufacturer can buy raw materials in bulk, leading to significant economies of scale. Here, buying vast quantities of steel, rubber, or electronics allows the manufacturer to negotiate lower prices per unit, a direct benefit of their large-scale purchasing power. Our second example is, for software companies, developing a product once and selling it to millions demonstrates clear economies of scale. Once the initial high development cost is covered, each additional copy sold has a very low marginal cost, making large-scale distribution extremely profitable. Both examples vividly illustrate how expanding operations can dramatically reduce average costs.
While economies of scale describes the outcome of reduced costs from increased production, related phrases like bulk purchasing or cost efficiency focus on specific aspects or goals. Bulk purchasing is a method that contributes to economies of scale, specifically in input costs. Cost efficiency is a general goal of many business strategies, which economies of scale help achieve. Use economies of scale when discussing the strategic advantages of large-scale operations across the entire production process, rather than just one part. To recap, large factories benefit from economies of scale, highlights how increasing production volume leads to lower per-unit costs and greater efficiency. This foundational economic principle, recognized since the Industrial Revolution, explains the competitive advantage of larger entities. Remember, understanding this concept helps explain pricing strategies and market dynamics. So, the next time you see a large company offering products at surprisingly low prices, you'll know that economies of scale are likely at play. I'll see you next time with another great expression.
Next idiom is the software must be designed for the end user. This statement emphasizes a fundamental principle in technology that the primary focus during software development should always be on the people who will actually use the product. It means creating intuitive, efficient, and user-friendly systems. The concept's origin stems from the mid-20th century, evolving from early human factors engineering. As software became more complex, designers realized the crucial importance of user needs over purely technical capabilities. Understanding this principle ensures successful and impactful technology. Let's explore how this principle applies in practice with a couple of examples. First, imagine a team developing a new mobile app. When building this new mobile app, remember that the software must be designed for the end user, not just for technical elegance. Here, the focus is on creating an intuitive experience, even if it means simplifying complex underlying code. Our second example deals with a common pitfall. Our internal reporting system failed because management forgot that the software must be designed for the end user, making it too complicated for daily tasks. This highlights how ignoring user needs can lead to poor adoption and system failure, underscoring that functionality without usability is often useless. Both examples powerfully illustrate the critical importance of keeping the end user at the heart of any design process.
There are several phrases that convey a similar sentiment. One common term is user-centered design, which is an approach where user needs and requirements are the focus throughout the design and development process. Another straightforward expression is put the user first, which is a direct imperative reminding us to prioritize the user's experience. While user-centered design refers to a methodological approach, put the user first is a broader guiding principle. Our idiom, the software must be designed for the end user, acts as a foundational mandate, emphasizing the necessity of this approach for successful outcomes in technology. In summary, the software must be designed for the end user is a critical directive, reminding us that successful technology hinges on understanding and serving the people who will interact with it. Originating from the evolution of human factors in software development, this principle ensures that products are intuitive, effective, and truly useful. Always ask, who is the end user and what do they need? By keeping the user at the forefront of your mind, whether you're developing an app, a website, or any digital tool, you'll create solutions that truly make a difference. Embrace this user-focused mindset. I'll see you next time with another great expression.